the snap and the power. And Froch is punching. This is better.
Well, there were worried faces in that Froch corner. They're looking a bit more happy now with the way in which things have unfolded in this round. Referees had a good night tonight, and that's the best round that Froch has had for some time.
What's the matter? You're blowing it. You're looking for one shot? You got to stop looking for one shot. I told you, Glenn, if he fires 5, you got to answer right back. All you did, you blew that round completely. Completely, you didn't do anything. All you did is fall around, take a beating, and he saw it, and he took advantage of it.
Through the right hand. Just in and out, 3 shots moving in, 3 shots again. As soon as you're in inside, I need you straight under there with them short body shots. Put it on his head. Put it on. Yeah. Mate, listen to me. I want real sharp boxing. God, he's 42, he's really feeling it now. But he's going to look for that right hand, all right? 1, 2, 1, 2, make him miss and counter him. And any time you lean inside, you've got to beat him to it there. Come on, mate, I need you busy. Come on, deep breath, let's go, come on.
Make sure to get that water, please, all right?
Well, round 9 was a really good one for Carl Froch. And is Glen Johnson now starting to tire? Are the years starting to catch up with him? That's how Jim's got it. Carl Froch 87 to 85.
Yeah, but I have Froch a couple of points up for the quality of punching. I'm worried about the fact that Johnson has been coming forward in so many of the rounds, which may have impressed the officials here. I would really like to see Froch on the front foot a little bit more and not just fighting hard when he has to fight hard. I'd like to see him looking at the boss.
Johnson started this round the better. Round or 2 ago, it was Froch who was given the riot act by Robert McCracken. At the end of that last round, Glen Johnson was told, just throw single shots and you make yourself a target. A static target for a beating, and he was starting to receive one.
Yeah, I think his corner accepted the fact I lost that. There's that right hand again.
Big punch from Johnson. Froch wants to cover up. And now he's fighting on instinct and a terrific flurry of punches as he works his way off the ropes. Carl Froch's ability to absorb punishment and then respond like that is extraordinary.
But really, I know it's too late in his career, but really the defensive flaws that should have been addressed a long time ago. It's too late to do that. He has his style, it's been successful, he'll stick with it. But again, the punches you remember so far in this round have come from Johnson.
Froch working well off the ropes again, beautiful boxing. Good hand speed from Froch, and also using good footwork to get away from that corner and turn Johnson, and now start to dictate, or try to, from centre ring.
Johnson looking a little bit heavy-legged at times, but there's that right hand, and because of the lack of defence, it lands.
Froch takes it well though, and again now Johnson is blowing in the closing stages of this round. Visibly, his work rate has slackened off, has eased over the last 2 or 3 rounds, and it's Froch at this stage who looks the fresher.
Yeah, but Froch is not really taking advantage. He should be really imposing himself if he feels the strength going out of Johnson, but he's still picking away. Okay, he's finishing the round better in the last minute, but I think Johnson gets this one in my card. Produce some really impressive work.
There's a good shot from Froch, and there's not been too many times when Johnson's head has been rocked back on that bull-like neck. That time though it was. Froch just marking up a little under both eyes now. Corner want to see Froch finish it as the aggressor, and he's coming forward and doing precisely that. Well, excellent action right up to the bell. Big punches from Glen Johnson, but Froch landed the greater volume. Well, he pays your money and takes your choice here.
I'm just seeing signs of tiredness now halfway through the rounds from Johnson. He starts well. Maybe with his experience he should maybe start a little bit easier and come on stronger in the second half of the rounds. Froch responded well, answered well, took charge in the third minute of that round. But he was caught with a lot of big punches up to that point. Another close round. I would always have liked to have seen Froch's defences that little bit tighter. He's just about to see the right hand landing there. So tough, you don't want to trade on your toughness if you don't have to.
Get on it, stop messing around.
Make sure you put that water up, all right?
Well, they know it, don't they? They know that this is close. Into round 11. If Froch can win these last 2 rounds, he should, on our cards, be retaining his title and taking a place in the Super 6 final. Johnson, though, the old veteran from Miami, he's still dangerous. Oh, that's good work from Froch.
Again, Johnson trying to impose himself early. So this is where Froch wants to meet him, try to have the last word in the exchange. Step forward. I mean, Froch really wants at this stage to claim the centre of the ring. There's some tiredness, some signs of tiredness from Johnson now, so take advantage of that. Don't allow him to keep coming forward.
Been times in Johnson's career when he's been on the road, when he's been, in his eyes and in many neutral observers' eyes, been robbed of verdicts. But here, though, Froch is looking fresh in the 11th round. That's a big right hand from Johnson. Oohs and ahs at ringside as the 2 men really tee off with heavy leather.
See, I don't know what Froch was thinking of there, circling round with his hands down, paid the penalty.
They want greater urgency in Froch's work now in the second half of this 11th round. Johnson blowing again, but that danger right hand only just whistling past the chin of Froch.
But Johnson still trying to force out the work. Again, the mouth is open. We're into the last minute of the round again. Now this is where Froch should put his foot on the pedal and just wipe out the early successes that we saw from Johnson.
Arms low now from Froch, a little bit contemptuously, but Johnson feeling the pace. Doesn't look as though he's got the energy to capitalise on that.
Now this is better. Froch is the centre of the ring. This is where he should put punches together, take advantage of the little switch. That's better.
2 of them landing big punches. Johnson trying to fight back off the ropes, but Froch getting the better of it.
Yeah, Froch looked a master in that exchange. We want to see more of this. Time is running out. Some of the rounds you could score them whichever way you wanted to score them, but this is good work from Froch.
Almost for the first time you sense that Johnson's legs just stiffened a little in that exchange, and he looks dog-tired as he slumps down onto his stool in his corner, and the Cobra fans are celebrating. Froch, for me, in that round was landing all the better work.
The problem has always been in the early rounds that he allowed Johnson to come forward, harass him, chase him around, look like the aggressor. He was producing good work in little bursts. There's Lucien Boutet, who'll be very interested in this. The winner of the whole tournament, obviously. Probably he'll be looking for them.
Good fighter, Boutet. And a big money fight, I'm sure at some stage, will be coming his way. And Johnson, as ever, has given absolutely everything. It's been an excellent fight, and now we go into the last round. The referee draws them together. People are standing up and applauding all around the arena. And there's how Jim's got it. 106, 104 to Froch, but some of the rounds have been close.
Yeah, I'm worried about the first half of the fight when Froch was being pushed back. And all throughout the 12 rounds, he hasn't taken the initiative enough, hasn't been able to impose himself. And if this were to go against him, that's where the blame would lie, I feel.
Well, for me, I think Froch has done enough. And he's finished this fight well. They just want one last big effort in this final round to make absolutely sure, maybe, in the judges' eyes. One British judge, Mark Green, remember. One from New Jersey, John Stewart. Nobuaki Uratani from Japan. Those are the ones who will be deciding if it goes the distance. Good work from Froch again. He's being called by his corner, Froch, to show him the champion that you are. And he responds with eye-catching flurries of punches.
Froch looks to have that a little bit more in the tank. Johnson's had a kind of tired look about himself. He's been forcing his work for the last few rounds, but we're seeing Froch has to respond. He's doing with snapping his punches.
Johnson just plodding forward, looking for the one big shot, but the big shots that he's found have not been enough so far.
Good uppercut there from Froch, walked him right onto it. Froch has the look of a man who feels he's done enough. I hope he's right. I think he's right. Digging in the punches now.
Even the referee feeling the pace in there, that blue shirt stained with sweats. It's a warm night here.
Johnson just forcing himself now. I don't think he has much left in the tank. Still breathing through open mouth, but just the old warrior, as we call him, the road warrior. He's proved that once again.
Well, into the last 30 seconds of this fight. And who's got the grandstand finish? Who's going to be able to produce it right up to the bell? They must be dog-tired in there. Good work from Froch. He's a hard man, Jim, Carl Froch.
Yeah, and he's producing when he has to produce. Finished by far the stronger here.
Takes a big right hand from Johnson in the last few seconds. And the two of them know that they've had to dig so very, very deep there. Froch celebrates. He thinks that he's won it. We agree as well. Brave effort from Glen Johnson. Got so much respect for him. Never seems to really have a bad fight, Johnson. And he came and gave it everything. But I think he's just come up short, and that Carl Froch will remain the champion.
Yeah, but in looking at the body language of both fighters, you can see Johnson maybe just looking a little bit despondent. Froch, okay, it can be a little bit of showmanship. I feel he's done enough, but I'm worried about some of the earlier rounds when he's been pushed back. There was an uncomfortable look about his boxing, but even during those times I thought he was producing decent punches. So I have it pretty convincingly by 3 points. If the judges have got it closer, I don't mind. Just obviously we're all hoping here, the fans here and back in Britain, that Carl gets this. I feel he deserves to hang on to his title here.
I've got it just a point wider than you, Jim. I've got it Froch by 4. Well, we will see. Always an anxious wait. Looks as though he thinks he's won it, doesn't he? He thinks he's done enough. Had problems early on. He took his time settling into the fight, as though he just found a little bit of difficulty working Johnson out in those early stages, or maybe it was just respect for that big right hand.
Well, I think he went in with a plan of winning a few early rounds on the jab, on the back foot, and I don't think it was the right tactics, because he looked at in some of the rounds as though he was being bullied. The second and the third round I thought were good rounds for Johnson, because he was coming forward, initiating the attacks, and Froch at times looked a little bit negative. He responded well when he was